So I don't have a face on because I wanted to chat about my relationship with makeup because I think it's kind of interesting. My opinions on makeup have changed quite drastically because when everyone else around me started wearing makeup, they were about 13, 14, and I was quite on the opposite end of the spectrum. I hated makeup, I thought they looked awful, and I thought wearing makeup would make me be like them because the girls around me who wore makeup were nasty people and I didn't want to be anything like them, including wearing what they wore and putting makeup on. To me, growing up, makeup equaled nasty person, so I went absolutely nowhere near the stuff. And it didn't help the fact that when I was in the early stages of putting makeup on, and it didn't help that when I was in the early stages of seeing people put makeup on, we didn't have the whole Instagram 10-second tutorials, YouTube tutorials on how to put your makeup on. You just tried your best and ended up looking god awful, which is another reason why I didn't want to go anywhere near it, because they looked horrendous and I didn't want to look like that. And also there was this little part of me as well that equated makeup with that kind of girl, if you know what I mean. And if I didn't wear any makeup, then people would come up to me and say, "You're not like the others, you're not like the other girls," which I now realise is stupid, because basically what I was emulating was my own internalised misogyny. Rather than supporting the girls around me, I was throwing them down, and they were doing exactly the same to me, but now we've all grown up and we can move on from that. I remember when my friend wanted to wear foundation for the first time, and me and my other friend looked at her and was like, "Oh my god, you can't do that, you'll be like one of them. We don't want you around if you're going to be like one of them." Rather than actually accepting her as her own person. I mean, good for her, she went and did it anyway, no matter what we said. So in that respect, I admire her quite a lot for turning around to her closest friends and being like, "Shut up, I can do what I want." So I suppose I take a little bit of that away from her now, even though we're not as close anymore. And it wasn't until I was going to my Divas do when I was about 16 that I wanted to wear makeup to this. I found like loads of YouTube tutorials on how to put on makeup, and then my relationship with makeup completely changed because I saw a really nice application of it and how to do it properly and how to do it myself. So when I came around to doing it, it didn't go too badly. I mean, it went badly because I'd never done it before, but it didn't go too badly because of I had it there in front of me on a screen. Someone was telling me how to do it. So big thanks to Pixie Woo for making me not look shit for my... But then you look around and you see girls the same age that I was when I refused to wear any makeup at all, looking flawless. And you just sort of, one, you kind of hate them a little bit because that's not fair, because they look better than I did when I was that age. And that shouldn't happen. They should go through a really, really awkward, I don't really know what I'm doing phase, because when they look back on their pictures, yeah, they'll probably go, "Oh god, eyebrows," but they won't look as horrendous as my age ranger's old pictures or my mum's age ranger's old pictures. Like, my mum's are hilarious. They've grown up in this whole kind of big media culture that enables them to skip out on the embarrassing steps, because people my age and older are posting videos online to explain how to cut out those embarrassing stages of your lives that made us who we are. These people are shaping their lives without any of that major embarrassment. I mean, I'm sure they've got plenty of embarrassment. There's other things to worry about when you're a teenager, but it's really strange how what you consume can help you grow up and help shape you as a person. And I owe it to some people I watch as well. Like, I wouldn't be where I am now without influences of, say, Pixie Woo again, or Carrie Hope Fletcher, or Emma Blackery, because it's easier to access people like you now. I only started watching YouTube because back in the day, My friend was sat with me in science, and I used to be quite outgoing, and I still use my hands to talk a lot, but I used to use them a lot more. Like I used to have them out here constantly talking like this. I used to be really sarcastic, well I still am quite sarcastic, and loud, and just make little comments and things like that. And my friend said I reminded her of Emma Blackery, which then led me on to watching her. And then I found Carrie and all of these amazing women to look up to, and these amazing, talented, funny women that are proving to me that I can do whatever I want. As long as I stand my ground, nobody can tell me no. I think that's brilliant, and I just wish I had that kind of access to these kind of things when I was growing up, which is essentially why I'm jealous of the younger generation, and it all stemmed from them doing their makeup really well, and now here we are on this big reflective epiphany